Welcome back to the Arsenal career mode here on FC25. We're going to go ahead and get into episode number 5 shortly. But before we do, I wanted to thank you guys for the support on the career mode on all the episodes so far. And I wanted to give a special shout out to you guys in the comments that have been leaving comments on every episode. I really appreciate it, and I hope you continue to do so moving forward. If you haven't already, please be sure to like the video, like any video in this career mode, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're going to have a jam-packed episode today. We're going to start off with an away game against Sporting over in Portugal. It's not going to be an easy one at all. Then we'll have an away game against West Ham to finish off the month of November. We'll get into December and we'll play Manchester United, Fulham away, and then the Monaco game at home as well to round off the episode. And then we'll only have one more episode before we get into the January window. We might actually get into the January window at the beginning of the next episode. So we'll have to see who we bring in. I'm thinking of a few certain players, maybe a striker. I don't know. Kai Havertz has been pretty good for us. We've got Jesus at backup, so I don't know if we necessarily need a striker. I am definitely going to look for a backup midfielder. Don't really love Jorginho and Partey as our only options as of right now. And one area is just maybe a little bit too young. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below players you want me to bring in. You've already left some players. We've added them to the transfer list. Let's go ahead and move into the game against Sporting here in Portugal. The last time Arsenal played Sporting was a couple years back in the Europa League, I believe, and they were able to get the better of us. So hoping to get the better of them here in this game. Obviously not quite as high stakes. I believe they knocked us out in the knockout stages of the Europa League. And obviously the player we're going to have to worry about the most is up top, Victor Gyökeres, number 9. He is probably the number 1 striker on my target list or on my short list to bring in if we do bring in a striker. So it's going to be interesting to see how he performs against us today. And then, of course, our starting 11 is going to be unchanged. It's going to be our usual starting 11. So let's go ahead and try to get a win here in Portugal. Wow, not a good start. Gyökeres is already in. Saliba trying to take away the bottom left corner, and Raya is unable to make a save. And we are down 1-0 after just a minute here in Portugal, thanks to Victor Gyökeres. Portugal could be in again. What is going on? This is the worst start we could have asked for. 2-0 within 4 minutes. A fantastic finish there by Trincao. And it is not looking good for the boys of Arsenal here in Sporting in Portugal. I mean, and what a finish it is, too. Outside the boot. Top corner. Nothing David Raya could do about that one, really. Declan Rice out here to Marino. Marino pushing forward. High line from the Portuguese. Martinelli. Not the pass I'm looking for, brother. Havertz looking for an over-the-top ball to Saka. Finds him well. Saka could cross it in, but there's no one really to look for. We're going to find Havertz. Back out to Saka. Look into Odegaard. Odegaard can push forward. No one stepping in front of him. Odegaard. Too late on the shot, and it will be an Arsenal corner. It actually won't. It'll be a goal kick. Never mind. Havertz collects, finds Saka. Saka could have looked for the back post cross. Will now. Martinelli takes a touch. Fires it ahead, and it will be saved by the keeper, then knocked out by the defender for a corner. Saka's going to swing this one in. Looking in the middle of the box. Havertz goes up for it. Gabriel knocked over and is complaining in the box. Odegaard. Room to shoot. Blocked, of course, by the defenders. Saka now. Saka with room to shoot. Havertz, open goal. The rebound falls to him, and it will be 2-1. We get one back here in the first half. Very lucky that it falls directly to Havertz, but we'll take that every time. Odegaard, oh my goodness. It's absolutely taken out in midfield. I mean, it's at least a yellow. But is he going to be shown a red card here? Only a yellow. Honestly, could have been a red. Very reckless challenge. We'll have a free kick. Gabriel to Saliba. Perfect. Odegaard. Probably should have gone for a shot. I just wanted to get it to Havertz in the middle if I could. Cleared away. Saka down the wing. Saka with a cross. Marino. Marino! Miguel Marino with a fantastic goal. 5 minutes after Havertz opens up the scoring for us. We level the game at 2 thanks to a fantastic bicycle kick or scissor kick from Miguel Marino. Good cross in there by Saka. Just lost it up. Gives him room where there's no defenders around him. Marino's only got 58 volleys, but looks like his volleys are pretty freaking good. What a finish that is. And White through to Odegaard. Odegaard, I see a couple people in the middle. Havertz lays it off to Marino. Marino with a right-footed shot, and it is 3-2. This is the most goals that has been scored in any single game we've played so far in this career mode. Already 5, and it's only the first half. Odegaard pushing forward, finding a ball to Marino. Good defense there by Sporting. And they could be on a counterattack quickly here, but Declan Rice in a great spot to get an interception. Look through for Saka. Saka over the top to Havertz. Havertz with the first-time shot. Things are going very well for us right now. We haven't scored this many goals in a game this entire season, and we are having a fantastic time here in Portugal. Excuse me. No shot. Odegaard, not great with his head. Sporting have slightly opened up here. I mean, it's honestly just been too easy for us to get past. Sliding challenge there. Saka doesn't decide to go down. He would have. It could have been a foul. 66 minutes gone. We're going to go ahead and see some subs. A couple for us and one for them, it looks like. Havertz going to be coming off for Jesus, and Ben White coming off for Tomiyasu. Saka with a beautiful ball down to Odegaard. Odegaard does well to get back possession. Odegaard, don't touch that. Okay, never mind. Did anyways. Martinelli with the shot. Good save by the keeper. Keep the pressure on, though. Jesus fighting for it. Still fighting for it, and they'll eventually clear it out. Martinelli using some pace. Skipping past one defender. Gabby Jesus, good touch. Good turn. And that will be a 5th. And I think that solidifies our 3 points here in Portugal. 5-2 Arsenal over Sporting. Now 85 minutes gone. We'll go ahead and make a 3-man sub. Martinelli, Saka, and Odegaard all coming off. Trossard, Sterling, and Thomas Partey replacing them. Maybe Jesus out here to Sterling. Sterling looks like we're going to have some support. Partey is going to find Gabby Jesus. Left-footed shot is wide of the post. So we will come to Sporting and we will get our revenge for the Europa League a couple seasons back. 5-2 victory Arsenal over Sporting here in Portugal. So we'll take a look at goals and assists here in the squad hub real quick. Bukayo Saka and Kai Havertz leading the line. Bukayo Saka's numbers are a little bit misleading because he did have 2 goals and an assist in friendly matches, and it is counting those. So only 9 goals, 3 assists in competitive games, but that's pretty good return no matter what. Kai Havertz with 10 goals and 5 assists so far through the Premier League and Champions League. He has been absolutely incredible for us, and that's part of the reason why I don't know if I really want to look for a striker in January. It would probably still help us out if we got like Gyökeres. He's still really good, but Havertz is performing well, so I don't know if we really need to move on from him yet. Martinelli has been okay. Trossard's also been okay, so maybe left wing is somewhere where we try to bring someone in. And center mid, probably another area where we just need a backup. Marino, Odegaard, and Rice are going to keep their starting spots, but someone that can be a replacement for Partey or Jorginho would especially help out. Martin Odegaard's been decent this year. Marino's been fantastic, especially as of late. And David Raya has been playing well. Also, 6 clean sheets in 12 Premier League games is fantastic. Only 1 in the Champions League, but I'm sure more will be to come. We are currently in 4th place in the Premier League, heading into our West Ham matchup in London at the London Stadium. Aston Villa in 1st, Man City in 2nd, and Liverpool in 3rd. We are on 26 points, so we're 3 behind Villa and Man City as of right now. But as you can see, only 7 goals allowed for us through those 12 games means that we are playing very well defensively. We just need to start scoring some more goals in the league. Only 17 as of right now, which isn't fantastic. But hopefully we can change that today. The away fixture against West Ham last year in real life was one that Arsenal will not forget. That I'm sure West Ham will not forget either. A 6-0 win for Arsenal over West Ham in the 23-24 season. Our lineup is going to be unchanged mostly, but Calafiori is going to start at left back instead of Timber. And then I believe Gabriel Jesus is going to start on left wing for us. Not going to start him at striker just because Kai's playing so well, but Gabby did say that he wanted some game time, so that is what we are going to give him here today. Marino over here to Odegaard. Odegaard will find Saka. Try to lift that one up. Good block in initially. We're going to send another one in. Not going to find Kai Havertz just yet. Marino going to find Gabby Jesus. Try to get around him. Send in a cross, and it will be a corner. Saka's corner is headed away, momentarily at least. Gabby Jesus. I wasn't really trying to sprint right there, but I did. We're going to have them under a lot of pressure, but they are able to get it out. Fulkrug. Back to Lucas Paqueta. Kudus now. Back to Paqueta. A shot. Saliba up for it. Crazy animation there. Gets it away momentarily, but we're still under a lot of pressure. We just cannot get the ball off of them. Fulkrug now dispossessed by Saliba, and we will get it out. Odegaard with an over-the-top ball to Gabriel Jesus. He will get there. Wan-Bissaka closing down on him quickly. Marino now with it into Kai, and that ball is knocked away. Saka sees the run of Marino. Oh, what a cross inside from Saka. And unfortunately, the header just a little bit too hard or a little bit too powerful for Marino and up and over the bar. West Ham's defensive line is very far back. I mean, they're practically playing in their own box whenever we have the ball at midfield. Not a recipe for success. Unless, of course, it works out for them. I guess we'll find out at the end of the game. But, like, seriously, we're at midfield now, and they're all the way back. It's almost laughable how far back they are. Saka cutting inside. Thought we could get past Emerson, but we cannot. I guess their game plan is to just hit us on the counterattack, get it upfield as quickly as they can, but we'll see if it works for them. Marino, I mean, seriously, they're not even, like, coming out to him. It's working out for him so far, though. Owen, edge of the box, shot well wide of the post. David Raya doesn't even have to move for it. Odegaard to Saka, Saka to Havertz. Havertz shot, blocked initially. Marino wouldn't turn around to go for it. Maybe Jesus inside to Marino. Marino will look back out for Jesus. Ball roll inside. Jesus with a shot. It will be blocked away by Todibo. And it will be an Arsenal corner. Bukayo Saka going to be the one swinging it in. Left-footed curler. Gabriel is up for it. He got his head to it somehow and sent it the other direction, even though it looked like he was facing towards midfield. So, very interesting animation there. Only 1 minute of added time here in the first half. Will West Ham get forward? Jared Bowen is pushing forward. Passes it right to Calafiori, though. So that should be the end of halftime or the end of the first half. We'll get into halftime as David Raya clears it away. Kudus, great ball inside to Fulkrug. Fulkrug with the shot. David Raya does have to make the save. Great start to the half for West Ham. A little bit of possession and a shot on target. It looks like they will take this corner short. Bowen here to Kudus. On Odegaard, not exactly the greatest defender in the world. Doing his best to stay in front of Kudus, at least for a moment. Luckily for us, Kudus goes back to Kilman. Are they going to take a shot? They might here. Fulkrug blocked by Gabriel and out for another corner. Swinging it in this time. Calafiori up for it, but only as far as Alvarez for West Ham. Jared Bowen. Cross inside, and Fulkrug is on. And that is 1-0 for West Ham after 52 minutes. Wow. Saka does well to keep that in. He's going to go ahead and cross it in. Havertz unable to get there. West Ham player does first. Ball will get all the way out to our defense. Saliba inside to Rice. Rice to Odegaard. Odegaard to Saka, who is offsides. Kudus getting the better of Calafiori initially. Marino will get that down to Odegaard, and Odegaard will try to get Saka ahead. Can we keep that in with Saka? No, we can't. Tried to get a pass off to Havertz there, but unfortunate not to keep it in, but we are going to fight for it back. Saka will get inside to Odegaard. Never going to find that pass. Fulkrug with a great ball to Bowen. Bowen going to take the shot. Oh, man. Our London rivals with a 2-goal lead after 64 minutes. Jared Bowen with a fantastic finish. 70 minutes gone now. I haven't made any changes yet, and I feel like I should, but at the same time, I just don't know who I'm going to bring on that's really going to affect this game right now. Odegaard inside to Havertz. Or Rice, excuse me. Rice into Havertz. We'll get it out to Gabby Jesus. We'll find Marino. We'll find Saka. Left-footed shot. Areola with a fantastic save. We're going to make a couple subs. Sterling coming on for Jesus. Trossard going to come on for Mikel Marino. We're actually going to play Trossard up top. And Havertz kind of in the midfield. Ben White getting forward. Ben White from the edge of the box. Ben White. Wow. I don't know why you're celebrating. You need to go grab the ball. I mean, that's a great goal to score. A screamer, really. I mean, yeah, let's just take a look at it. Let's take some time. Expected goal of 0.00. It goes through the defender's legs. What a finish that is. Great pass. Great block by Saliba. West Ham wasting no time getting back forward, trying to find a third. Put this game to bed. But now we're pushing forward. Odegaard to Saka. Saka with a good turn. Saka just going to keep taking it himself. Looks inside. Kai Havertz off the post. And cleared away. It's tackled by Saliba. Saliba will get it forward to Saka, who is tired, I'm sure. And Alvarez Just great defense. We got to get a tackle in here. We don't. And full Krug's away. Can he make it a third? I don't know. He's going to. Yes, he is. Terrible, terrible result here against West Ham. And they are going to celebrate, and they should. 3-1 victory over Arsenal for West Ham today. Jorginho coming to us and asking for a little bit more game time. We probably should give him some, but honestly, what's the point? You know, if Declan Rice, Odegaard, and Mikel Merino are all fit and ready to play, they should be playing most games and pretty much a full 90 minutes every game. We probably should rotate a little bit more in midfield, but, you know, that's why I'm thinking about bringing someone in central midfield in the January transfer window coming up. We're going to have a game here today against Manchester United. We are still in 4th place after 13 league games, so that loss didn't hurt us too bad, except there's now a 6-point gap between us and Villa and Manchester City up in 1st and 2nd place. So an even bigger gap for us to try to gain ground on. And then, of course, we're going to play a team like Manchester United, who aren't having a great start to the season, 9th place, but we know how good they can be. We're going to play a Youth Academy game real quick. We haven't played one before, at least not on the channel. I'm going to turn this one back inside. Find a pass here. Good save by the keeper. Higgins with a great ball over the top. Bradley will fire us 1-0 ahead over Crystal Palace. Reynolds will intercept that ball off of the kickoff and will get us 2-0 ahead. Uh-oh. Crystal Palace get a goal back. Good finish by Rowe. Not great goalkeeping, though. Our goalkeeper is really short. He's 14 years old, but he also has 92 to 94 potential, so I think we'll stick around with him for now. Great ball by Tran there. Bradley with a shot. A great save. Bradley over the top. Higgins inside, and that's going to be an easy finish for Reynolds. We'll take the 3-1 lead. Well, Crystal Palace make it 3-2 with only 8 seconds remaining, though. I think we're going to get the win here. We honestly just need to hold on to the ball. And I believe how it works is you get better development for your players for winning these tournaments. Uh-oh. 0 seconds left. That's going to be the whistle. 3-2 win over Crystal Palace. And just to show you, this is where the Youth Academy is currently sitting at right now. The 4 players up top here were the ones that we were using. So Reynolds, Tran, Higgins, and Bradley. And then the rest of the Youth Academy is looking like this. This was the goalie that I was talking about. He's got 92 to 94 potential, so we know he's going to be good sometime down the line. But right now he's only 5'8", and his diving is 19. So not great for Youth Academy goalkeepers right now. Obviously the game needs to be fixed because that's got to be a bug. 19 diving is just wild. Arsenal got the better of Manchester United both times last year, 3-1 at home at the Emirates and 1-0 away at Old Trafford. This home fixture, I'm expecting a win. I don't think it should be even close. I think 3-1 would be a decent result, 2-0, 3-0, something like that. I don't really want to give up a goal to this Manchester United team. I didn't show their lineup right there, so that's my bad. But player we got to worry about the most, Bruno Fernandes, maybe Rasmus Højlund. Martinelli inside to Merino. Merino just going to push forward. We'll look back out for Martinelli. Cross all the way to Saka, which is fine. Whatever. Go over here to Merino again. Back to Martinelli. Martinelli with the shot right at Onana. Working with Martinelli again. Good cutback inside. Casemiro is not that fast. I do not believe that for 1 second. Now Merino with a crossfield ball to Saka. Better touch this time. Just getting down the line. Honestly, just back to Merino. Shot blocked. Falls to Merino again. It hits his arm. Of course it does. Saka inside to Odegaard. Odegaard gets past Mainu. Get back to Saka. Back to Odegaard. This time inside to Kai. Kai, good move and great finish. Kai Havertz goes and celebrates in front of the Manchester United fans as well. Gives them a little shimmy, and we're up 1-0. Oh. Great ball from Bruno into Anthony. Could have maybe fired that into Højlund. Decided not to. Good shot by Bruno. Saved by David Raya. Garnacho skips past Saliba. Ben White nearly got there. Gabriel nearly got there, but neither did. Raya has to make the save. 30 minutes gone. Corner swung in. De Ligt got in front of Gabriel. Luckily, we get to the ball first. Oh, bull fucking shit. That's what I have to say to that. No shot. Bruno. Okay. We'll take it. Anthony. Back to Garnacho, I believe. Shot right at Raya. I just don't believe it. The CPU sometimes, all they do is just knock the ball ahead of themselves and just run, and then the defenders are just asleep at the wheel. No one knows what they're doing. Saka, gonna go ahead and shoot. Not a bad effort. Everett's down to Marino. Onana with a good save. Wow. I mean, what a foul by Garnacho on Odegaard there. No reason for it at all, and it will be a yellow card. Don't love where we're at just yet. Martinelli, ball roll inside. Martinelli tries to go for the shot. Havertz shouldn't have really passed it back to him there, and then Martinelli just gives it to Casemiro. That'll be the end of the first half. 1-0 Arsenal over Manchester United here. Rice out to Saka. Saka here to Ben White. We've got Declan Rice in the middle, not able to get to it, and it's cleared away. That's Rasmus Højlund. We could be in a little bit of trouble here. Garnacho back to Højlund, and Saliba will get in a great tackle. Bruno with the ball to Garnacho. Saliba. Hobby Mainu. What a finish. 53 minutes gone. The 19-year-old, or maybe 20-year-old now, fires Manchester United back into this one. Erik ten Hag happy about that goal, as he should be. Yeah, what a finish. Martinelli's actually going to get to that ball and is still in front of Dalot, but Martinez reads that one all the way. 62 minutes gone. We're going to get Ben White off. Tomiyasu going to come on for him. Ben White, unfortunately, just a little bit too tired for my liking for the rest of the game, and especially with dealing with Garnacho, we need someone that is with full stamina out there. Hobby Mainu looking for a ball into Højlund. Oh, God. Thank you, David Raya. I mean, wow. That was terrible defending there by both Saliba and Gabriel. Odegaard, what a ball through to Saka. Saka inside to Havertz. Havertz with the shot. Basically right at Onana within arm's reach. So he will make the save. Saka swinging in this corner. Gabriel, 6-yard box. And Gabriel gets us 2-1 ahead. No question about dark arts there. No one's even in the 6-yard box besides Gabriel. 74 minutes gone. We get the 2-1 lead. Wow. Oh, thank God, David Raya. I mean, seriously, again, that's all the CPU does. They just knock it ahead of you. I mean, their goal with Mane was good, but I've seen so many times where they just sprint after kicking the ball ahead, and your defense just can't deal with it. Honestly, that's all there is to it. Declan Rice to Odegaard. Odegaard over the top to Saka. Brings it down, not very quickly, but that's okay. We just need to honestly waste a little bit of time here. Marino to Havertz. Havertz to Martinelli. Fired across. Odegaard won't be there. 2 minutes of added time. Probably should have just stuck with a little bit more possession. Garnacho being hounded by Declan Rice. That ball is in the air, and it will be a 2-1 Arsenal victory here at the Emirates Stadium. 3 points in the bag. Hopefully some ground made up on the top of the table. Some other teams haven't played their fixtures yet, so we will advance a couple of days. I mean, we've got the Fulham game coming up. Hopefully we can rotate a little bit against Fulham, but we are going to be coming up against Emile Smith-Rowe. Man, he's having a great start to Fulham in real life. I miss him. I'd never wanted him to leave. I get why we needed him to, just because of the money, but I wish he wouldn't have. What am I doing right now? Let's go to the Premier League standings. We are in third place, solely in third place, and only 3 points behind Villa and City. So we're in a good spot. Not a bad spot, not a great spot, but a good spot. Everton still in 5th place is blowing my mind week by week. The fact that they aren't losing more games is crazy to me. Brentford now up into the top 8, and Manchester United, after that loss, have dropped down to 13th in the league, which is pretty terrible. And also Bournemouth, 2 draws out of 14 games and only 2 points gained is tough. Let's go ahead and check out the player stats here in the Premier League real quick before this Fulham game. Nicholas Jackson now the leading scorer in the Premier League. Bukayo has definitely dropped off over the last 6 or 7 games in the Premier League as far as goal scoring, but as far as assists, I think he's picked it up a little bit. Kai Havertz with 7 through 14 up in 9th place is fantastic to see. And again, still no Erling Haaland. I need to go check and see if he got injured. Martin Odegaard, as you can see, is up there tied in 1st place with 4 other players for most assists so far. And then clean sheets, it is David Raya by himself. And it doesn't look like Erling Haaland is injured. I mean, he's played 14 games, has 3 goals and 1 assist, and that's it. So I guess he's just not getting the ball enough, or just, I honestly don't know. But the best player, the best striker in the game not getting any goals is pretty sad to see, but it makes me happy as an Arsenal fan, of course. Before this game, I am going to go ahead and sort out the contracts situation for Jorginho and for Partey. Not actually for Jorginho. I'm going to leave him with just 6 months, and then if his contract expires, he can go free to somewhere else. But we are going to try to re-sign Partey for at least one more year. What is he currently on? 145,000 a week. So we're definitely not going to give you 200,000. We'll go 145 and just see what he says. And this is abysmal. FC25, EA, what is this? You can barely read what's going on there. I mean, you can, but that just looks terrible. He's happy with 165,000 rotation for 2 years. I don't love bringing him back on a 2-year contract, so we're just going to go with a 1-year extension. And we are going to try to get that wage closer to 145, not 1 million, definitely not 1 million, but 145 is fine. And he wants a little bit of a signing bonus, honestly. I mean, that's realistic. $860,000 signing bonus. 145,000 a week to bring Partey back for another season. I'm perfectly happy with that contract. We already did the contract for Miles Lewis-Skelly, by the way. We have him back on a 3-year deal. Going away to Fulham is never an easy feat in the Premier League. Hopefully it'll be easy for us today. Lots of former Arsenal players in that Fulham squad. Bernd Leno, Emile Smith-Rowe, Reece Nelson, Alexander Iwobi. It doesn't look like many of them are getting a start. Emile Smith-Rowe is, though, and of course Bernd Leno in goal. And then we are going to make a couple of changes to our team. Declan Rice is going to get a rest today, at least for the start of the game. Might have to bring him on later. Thomas Partey, I've been enjoying using him, so I'm going to give him a start and see how he feels for an entire game or for most of the game. And then we're going to start Leandro Trossard out on the left wing for Martinelli, who is a little bit tired. Andreas Pereira with a ball through. Raya has to make the save. 4 minutes gone already. An effort on goal for Fulham. Swinging in across. They get to it. Castagna does, but it sends wide. Odegaard to Partey. Partey over here to Marino. Touched by Havertz. Was a little bit heavy. Good shot. It was just wide, though. Marino to Partey. Partey, we're just going to get all the way out to Saka. Think it over. Looking for Havertz. Not able to get it to him. Can Partey win this? No, he can't. That ball will fall to Ben White. Emile Smith-Rowe dispossesses him, though, and starts heading down this left wing. And we get back in front of him. Not yet, but we eventually do. Ben White will send it out to David Raya, and we will get it away. Ben White to Saka. Saka. One of these days we'll get a penalty. Don't know when, but one of them. Partey doesn't do too well there. Anthony Robinson now pushing forward. Partey still unable to dispossess him. Good hold-up play by Anthony Robinson. And Ben White will dispossess Emile Smith-Rowe. Saka, can we get ahead? No, we can't. I don't know if it's just because players on the ball are slower or what, but it seems like whenever we knock it ahead of us, we don't get there. Whenever they get there every time. Oh, Jimenez just skips past our defense. David Raya with another save. Having a great game, David Raya. We'll get it away eventually. Gabriel up to Odegaard. Odegaard out here to Trossard. Great break from us. Havertz spins the defender. Steps the other way. Off the post and into the back of Leno. And lucky that it doesn't bounce off of him into the goal. Timber getting forward, finding a pass to Odegaard. Sending that shot way over the bar. Second half underway here. Underwhelming performance so far, to say the least. But hopefully we can turn it around. Havertz just pushing forward here. No one really in support. We'll get it back to Thomas Partey. Back to Havertz. Good defense by Calvin Bassey. Odegaard over the top to Saka, who is all by himself for a moment. Get that over to Marino. Marino with a great shot. Leno with a fantastic save as well. Decent start to this second half. Not great. Could be much better for sure. We'll get that ball back. Saka can swing it in. Why would we want that to go to the edge of the box? Just incredible that that's what they decided to do there. Thomas Partey. Trossard, Havertz. Havertz, goal. 1-0 Arsenal. And it's our main man getting us ahead. Marino getting it out to Trossard yet again. Trossard, great move. Back to Odegaard. Odegaard with the shot. Leno with the save. Could have gotten it to maybe Havertz, but Odegaard was a good option as well. Another corner for us. Saka swinging it in again. Saliba gets there. Leno with another save. So another corner. Gabriel up for this one. Gabriel. Another corner scored by Gabriel. He is probably the best in the world at scoring from corners. He's inevitable. He's like Thanos. Up into the 6-yard box. He's always there. Smith Rowe sending in a cross. Saliba deals with it momentarily. Saka waits for the overlap from Ben White. Ben White sending across into Kai. Kai gonna go with the scissor kick, but sends it well over the bar. Marino back to Trossard. Trossard actually gets that to Havertz. Havertz makes it 3. Game done and dusted here for the boys. 76 minutes gone. I'm probably just gonna go ahead and jump into the sim and simulate the rest of this one because it is 100% over. Fulham, no chance of getting back into this. So we will jump to the, actually we'll sim to end, and it will end 3-0. Sanderberga gets a yellow card, but 13 shots on target, or 13 shots for us, 6 on target probably. Lots of possession. We dominated that one. And now to round off the episode, a great chance for us to improve our place in the Champions League standings. Currently sitting 17th through 5 games. And our upcoming opponents, Monaco, are sitting in 11th currently. So this could be a big swing for us. If we get a win, we'll be up to 11 points and could potentially get around the top 12, something like that. Obviously, you need a top 8 spot to move on to the very next stage. And 9th through 24 gets you into the next knockout phase, I guess. So we'd love to be one of those top 8 spots. If we're one of the 9 through 24, it's not that big of a deal. But either way, we need a win here, or at least a point here, to make sure that we're going to stay up in the top 24. So Martinelli back in the lineup for this game against Monaco, and then Calafiori is going to get the start over Yuri and Timber. Not for any reason in particular, just want to get Calafiori some game time as well. And I feel like this game against Monaco could be a good one for him to get some game time. Kai Havertz scored 2 goals in the last game. He's been in great form all season long. And it's been him and Bukayo that have carried us. Marino with a good ball out to Martinelli. Martinelli can abuse his pace. Yes, he can get around that defender. He does eventually cut it back. Can't cut it back quick enough. And Saka will swing it in. Gabriel. He's a cheat code on corners. I think is that 2 or 3 this episode alone on corners. We might have to start switching it up just so we don't score too many goals from corners. But honestly, Arsenal score a lot from corners, so it makes sense. Great goal from Gabriel, 1-0 over Monaco here at the Emirates. Eze inside to Ekliuche, I believe how you say that name. Breland Bolo muscling with Gabriel. Gabriel going to win that most times, and Breland Bolo was offside. Marino sends the ball over the top for Martinelli to chase. Chase he does. Kai there, lays it off to Declan Rice. Declan Rice with a great shot and a good save by the keeper as well. Another corner. We'll call for someone close this time. I mean, I know we could just, score maybe with a free, or with it send it into the box, but we'll wait a little bit. Send it in now. Saliba up for it, but they gain possession. Declan Rice now sending a ball to Martinelli. Martinelli sending a ball over the top to Kai, who is there. Kai nearly got taken out by that sliding challenge. Goes for the shot, and it's another save. This time we will send it in. Low one. Not sure what's going on. Lots of players in the box. Can we keep pressure on Singo here? Nah, he'll just get it up the field. Saka now with the ball. Sending it across. Doesn't really find anybody. That's not going to be a handball. Marino with the shot. Another great save. This keeper is cracked out right now, and it's a goal kick. Can we finally figure out how to send this cross in with Odegaard? Yes. No shot. Wow. Going to be out for a corner. What was that? Off of both posts and does not go in. Calafiori. We just can't find a second right now. 1 minute of added time here. Calafiori pushing forward into that midfield role. We're going to find Odegaard, who will get it out to Saka. Look for the cross to Havertz. Is not going to reach him. That'll be the end of the first half here. Only a 1-0 lead. I would be interested to see what our expected goals is here, because it's got to be at least 2.3 something. Nope, 0.8. I don't know if I agree with that, to be honest with you. Bolo. Yes, sir. Oh, 2 times off of the crossbar. That's pretty incredible. Martin Odegaard, we're just going to send it up to Martinelli, let him run, but unfortunately it is in the box, so the keeper will collect. But man, are we lucky to get past that without a goal, or without giving up a goal. Great ball in behind to Bolo. Been giving us a little bit of trouble behind, but Saliba does well that time. Keeps it in play as well so that we can move forward. And move forward we will. Great ball to Marino. Don't love where we're going, though. We'll get it back to Ben White. Odegaard to Saka. Saka just going to cut across. Wait for room to shoot. Doesn't find it. Turns around. Turns back around. Minamino inside to Bolo. Luckily, he goes back. Our defense is a little bit out of sorts right now. Bolo passes it back yet again. Bolo shoots at Raya. There's 5 defenders around him, and not a single one of them are trying to go after the ball, really. There's going to be some changes here after 66 minutes. Looks like Mbolo is coming off, so that's honestly probably good for us. Former Arsenal Balogun is going to be coming on. Fuller and Balogun. Not sure exactly how to say his first name. We've got Tomiyasu coming on at right back for Ben White. Left back Zinchenko on for Calafiori. And we will have Jesus on up top for Kai Havertz. And they'll take this corner short. Odegaard, decent defense initially, but the ball lands with them. Zakaria, lucky to get it away. Marino out to Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu just going to lay it off. Not a great pass to Bukayo, but it will get us in a good position to move forward. Gabby, stay right there. Gabby will finish it off. 2-0, 73 minutes gone. We're in a comfortable lead now. And we'll make our final changes of the night. Odegaard comes off for Nwaneri, who is getting, I believe, his first game time in the Champions League. I think he got a little bit earlier in the Premier League this season. And Gabriel coming off for Yuri and Timber. Tini pushing forward, going to find Marino. Marino's going to find Martinelli. Martinelli going to cut it back. Martinelli going to give us a third after 79 minutes. 3 points in the bag here as well. I'm not going to simulate this one, but I will play the final 12 minutes and hopefully find ourselves another goal. Honestly, just pretty bad defense. And you know, with a player like Martinelli, he's running with his head down a lot, so he's not really looking up. You always knew he was going to try to cut in and shoot, but they still couldn't stop him. Kyle waits for the run of Tomiyasu, gets it to him. I was just looking for Bukayo there. Like, I was directly pointing towards him. And the ball goes in towards Jesus for some reason. Whatever. I'd be way more pissed about it if we weren't up 3-0, you know? Nwaneri, what a ball. Through to Bukayo. Bukayo, he's going to cut inside himself. 4-0. That's a fantastic way to end off this episode with a big win in the Champions League. 2 of 2 in the Champions League today. Gets us back into a great spot in the standings. And a great finish from Bukayo. Basically the same thing that Martinelli did, just cutting back onto his preferred foot, and bad defense again by Monaco. And that'll be the final whistle. The crowd is going crazy for that win, and I bet the crowd is getting really excited about our potential of moving on to the knockout rounds. I'm not sure if we've secured that spot or not yet. We'll simulate a couple days and we'll find out. Our next game is going to be a big one. Arsenal, 3rd place. Everton, 5th place. Obviously, I think we're better than Everton, but they're having a great start to their season. Only an 8-goal difference for them, but 30 points through 15 games. I think Everton fans would all agree that is a fantastic start to the year for them. Bournemouth, still only 3 points now through 15 games. Is pretty terrible, but that's okay. We're not worried about Bournemouth. We'll worry about it whenever we play them. We have moved up into 10th place now after that win, so we are now on 11. 2 points behind 5th place Barcelona, and every team down to 9th place Leverkusen, including Manchester City. The top 4 are Bayern, Club Brugge, Atalanta, and Lille out of France. So an interesting grouping there. Lille have only given up 4 goals through 6 games, so I'm not sure who they've played, but they've been very good defensively. But I think we've pretty much guaranteed ourselves through. Real Madrid, obviously, on 6 points, could still finish above us in the final 2 games if we lose both of ours and they win both of theirs, but everyone else would only be level with us. So honestly, I think we're good. We just need a draw out of our last 2 Champions League games, and we will be perfectly fine. Obviously, I would like to win both of them to give ourselves the best chance to be in the top 8, but we'll have to see, not in the next episode, because the next episode we will get into January, but the episode after that, we will finish off the Champions League against Dynamo Zagreb and Girona. So 2 games that I think we could easily get at least a point out of, if not all 6. That will do it for today's episode. Kai Havertz has overtaken Bukayo Saka for most goals in the team, but Bukayo still has technically the most goal contributions throughout the year, even though a few were from friendlies. So both of those players having a great year. Martinelli stepped it up this episode. Jesus had a good episode. Gabriel obviously is fantastic for us. Marino's doing well. Trossard's doing great, mostly off the bench as well. So I'm really happy with this team. Odegaard's got 6 assists, 5 in the league. Not terrible, not crazy, but he's doing well. And 2 players that I've honestly been very impressed with has been Tomiyasu and Thomas Partey. They've been great for us off the bench and as mostly just kind of fringe players. Everything's looking pretty good. Sterling has been a little bit underwhelming. He hasn't gotten a lot of game time, so it's kind of hard to say, but Calafiori's been really good. Waneri's been good when he's come on. I've liked using him as well. So it's been honestly a really fun season so far, and I hope you guys are enjoying. If you are, please leave a like on the video, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and leave your comments for me down in the comments down below about who to bring in and how you feel about the career mode. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.